Hey guys, what's up? We're back again with another Granger gameplay video, but in this match, I'll be using him as a jungler. I decided to make this video because I really saw the potential of this hero, especially when the late game comes. And in this match, I'm also up against a Lancelot, who's honestly a really good jungler. So let's get started, and make sure to watch this video until the end. You might pick up some gameplay tips that can help you in your next Granger match. In this part, he actually made a small mistake and his roamer even left him behind, but later you'll see that he's really skilled, especially when it comes to contesting with retribution. Since I started with the red buff, I immediately rotated to the top lane and we managed to pick off Mlbb there. When you start with the blue buff, the first lane you usually visit is the bottom or EXP lane, but if you start with the red buff, your first rotation is normally toward the gold lane. However, some junglers adjust their first rotation depending on where the first turtle will spawn. So here, the turtle already spawned, but I was wondering why our roamer suddenly went straight to the bottom lane and left me here hitting the turtle alone. As a roamer, you should already know that Granger is weak in the early game, especially when it comes to taking objectives. A good roamer is someone who can read the situation well and think ahead. That's what truly makes them a great roamer. So what happened there was, I wasn't able to secure the objective. Like I always tell you guys, if you know you can't take the turtle and you'll just end up dying, then don't force it. It's better to back off. In that moment, our roamer left me, and our XP laner didn't respond either, so I just decided to retreat before Badang could combo me. This was already the second turtle, so I moved to position at the bottom lane, but I didn't continue because I noticed their mage was rotating and already in position. So instead I decided to pick him off, and he also got hit by Moskov's ultimate, which helped secure the kill. We also managed to take down Badang here, which gave us a perfect opportunity to secure the objective. But not so fast. I really thought I was about to secure the objective, but suddenly, Lancelot and their EXP laner showed up. I even tried to dodge Lancelot's ultimate and was about to use my retribution, but he got it first. At this point, I was honestly starting to get a bit frustrated with how things were going. But I didn't leave the bottom lane just yet. I wanted to rotate here to help our EXP laner, even though he didn't assist me earlier. I'm not blaming our roamer either, because forcing it might have made things worse. I just decided to move on and prepare for the next objective. Thankfully, I managed to get a triple kill here, which was great because it meant I could finish building my items much faster. So the turtle was about to spawn again, and I immediately headed to the bottom lane, but I noticed on the minimap that Lancelot was hiding in the bush, so I tried to go after him. Luckily, our roamer and marksman were also here, and we managed to take him down. And this time, the turtle was completely free for us to take. I guess our EXP laner realized it too, because he was here as well. See, if I had trash talked my teammates earlier, they probably wouldn't have played as well. What I want to share with all Mlbb players is this: instead of scolding your teammates, motivate them. It makes everyone want to play better. That's really the secret, especially when you're playing solo. Here, our roamer just came back to life since they were all wiped out, but it didn't even cross my mind that we could lose, because if you notice, the enemies pushing weren't that strong, plus, I was ahead in level, so I wasn't worried at all. This was our first lord, and Badang was here too. Luckily, I managed to secure the lord, and we also took down Badang. We even picked off Lancelot, so I had no enemies contesting my retribution. And because I was ahead in both level and items, I got a bit greedy here. I really wanted to finish the game quickly, but they still had a hero who could be a threat in the late game, Mlbb. Mlbb is a monster in the late game, but at this point, she wasn't as strong as before. If I'm not mistaken, Mlbb has over 700 games played when I use her. She used to be such a painful hero, especially when the critical build was meta. When she had her full items, she could carry the entire team. She's weaker now, but even in the late game, she's still capable of carrying her team. Our plan here was to take the Lord, but it ended up turning into a team fight. By this point, we were already in the mid game, so the enemy hero's damage was starting to hurt a lot. But since I also had decent damage, I just decided to fight back. Actually, Granger isn't really a late game hero. He's weaker in the late game, but since I got my items early and my Sky Piercer stacks were almost maxed, he could still keep up to some extent. By the way, if you really want a late game marksman, try heroes with high attack speed, like Melissa, Moskov, Mia, and Layla. Those are the heroes that hit hard in the late game. If you want a heavy hitter marksman, try heroes with slower attack speed but high damage, like Brody and Bruno. These are the heroes that can also keep up in the late game. Just make sure you have a wind of nature to survive longer. And here, the late game finally started, so I had to be extra careful. I always stayed close to my team because this is the time when your enemies start realizing you have damage, and you'll be their first target. So once the late game hits and you already have your items, you need to play cautiously because now everyone is aiming at you, especially if the enemies have strong assassins. Here we were about to take the Lord, but I'd been frustrated with their mage since earlier, so I decided to poke first. And then something happened that I really didn't expect. Lancelot actually got the Lord, and I have to admit, I'm not really that strong as a jungler, so I'm a bit weak when it comes to contesting retribution. That's why I'd prefer having a skilled roamer who can zone properly and help secure objectives. Here, he laughed out and trash talked, but I won't show it on the screen. He basically said, "I'm bad at using retribution. I just let it slide." He has the right to say that. I'll admit, he's really good at using retribution. I really thought we were going to lose since they got the Lord, but luckily we defended well. Here in the mid lane, I was baiting myself, just in case an enemy appeared. Baiting is actually an effective way to create an initiation for your team. Try doing this sometimes, especially in the late game. It can be really effective. To be honest, I wasn't really sure what to do next here. First of all, I'm a marksman jungler. It would be easier if I were playing a hero like Alpha, but since my hero is squishy, I just focused on watching when my roamer would initiate so I could safely get some free hits. And that's exactly what I mean, so we could push safely. Luckily, our roamers seemed to listen to me here. And now, we're about to finish the game. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment if I missed mentioning anything. Thanks again, and keep grinding.
The vibrato of your soul was exquisite. Crescendo!